And happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Greg Cherry Show. Obviously, you saw at the top of the show, we're remembering those that lost their lives on September 11th in 2001. A very tragic event. I remember watching it on TV screen in high school when that happened. It's hard to believe it's been almost 20 years since that day. Thoughts and prayers are with every family member who suffered through that terrible tragedy, and hope you're doing better today, and hopefully you've been able to celebrate their lives and keep their memories alive. Hope you guys are all doing well. On today's show, we're talking about something very special and near and dear to my heart. Here come the Irish. Notre Dame is playing on tomorrow, actually. They're playing tomorrow against Duke. We'll get into that a little bit more and what I think the outlook is for this season for the Irish. Talking about what's trending then, with this being a tape show, we're going to talk about what is trending right now when I'm recording, as opposed to our daily tradition of what is trending right at this very second when you're watching the show. Brought back a very popular segment. It was very popular the first time I did it. Trying to do it again, see how well I do in the kitchen. Cooking with Greg has returned for another episode. And since I felt like I needed to repeat some segments, Fun Friday 3 will be yet another game of Yahtzee, because slime volleyball did not go well for me last week whatsoever. That was a train wreck and 7/8. But of course, as your host, Adam Davis, I am inclined to bring you guys the content that you want to see. So, first of all, here come the Irish. It is something that 2 or 3 months ago, I did not think I would be saying in September, that the Irish are going to be playing football. Now, for those who don't know, Notre Dame football is traditionally not in a conference. They are an independent. They're independent as far as football goes. They're in a conference for every other sport except for football. It's a weird dynamic they have, but it's been working for years. And this year they joined a conference in the ACC, and it looked like, oh, okay, well, there's a chance that they might play. And then conferences started dropping off the map that, oh, we're not going to be playing fall football, this, that, and the other thing. And it was very demoralizing for a lot of Americans because we love our college football. I know quite a few people I follow, not only on Facebook, on Twitter, or whatever the case may be, are big college football fans, and that was going to be a detriment to us. And there are still numerous schools that aren't going to be playing a fall season due to the pandemic. But the ACC and the SEC, at least, are going to follow through. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen, because Notre Dame is in a conference. It may never happen again. It may just be a one-year thing, but let's see how it goes, because they actually have a shot at a conference championship this year with the ACC, likely against Clemson. Even though they play Clemson later on this season, it's still going to be one of the weirdest football seasons, not just for college, but for the NFL as well. It's going to be one of the weirdest seasons. And I'm taping this before the NFL game between the Chiefs and the Texans. So I'm not sure what happened with that one, but I will definitely recap that on Monday's show as far as talking about the NFL, because that's going to be a weekly thing now that football season's back. But for me, college football is where it's at. I'm obviously a big Steelers fan. But those of you who know me near and dear to my heart, college football it's my dad's and my thing. And Notre Dame football has been ingrained into me. It is through my bloodstream. I bleed that navy blue and gold. Whew. And I'm just so excited to see some Notre Dame football. I won't be able to attend the game live like we were planning, the game in Pittsburgh. But circumstances change. It is what it is. I'm just excited that football is going to happen. Now tell me, you guys can tell me in the comments, who are your favorite college teams? And of those teams that are actually playing in the fall, who are you guys most looking forward to seeing playing? Obviously, you know my pick, because my team's still in it. But who do you guys want to see? I'm really excited to hear your opinions, and I really, I really want to see a Notre Dame national championship. There has been one since I've been alive. There was one in '88, but there has not been a national championship for the Irish since then. It has been way too long for a program that is bred on excellence. And we hadn't seen it after Lou Holtz for the longest time. I mean, you put a couple guys in there. You put Bob Davie in there. You put Ty Willingham in here, who didn't do terribly. I think he might have got fired a little too soon from the Irish job. And then you had Charlie Weiss in there, and there was some disastrous Charlie Weiss seasons. I mean, he had maybe one or two good ones, and then it just tanked immediately. It wasn't until Brian Kelly came to South Bend that the program started to turn around for the better. And yes, he did have that 4-8 season. Trust me, that one is burned into my brain. I will never forget that season. It started with the heartbreaker against Texas, and then it just never recovered. It was an awful season. Thankfully, they've been to a college football playoff since then, and they won their bowl game last year. So my hope is still out there that Notre Dame will not only have a successful season this year, I want to predict that they're going to be the ACC champions and go on to the college football playoff. I have that hope every year, but this year, I don't know. I have a feel. I feel strongly in my football programs this year. What do you guys think? And of course, let's go Irish. Talking about what's trending then. So for me, it's what's trending now, but for you guys will be watching this later. Talking about what is trending now for me on Twitter. And again, United States trends only, because I can't figure out how to set the worldwide on my phone. DraftKings is trending, but that was, a promoted one because football season's back. Skip Bayless is coming under fire for what he said about Dak Prescott, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And as someone who suffers from depression from time to time, what Skip Bayless said is he didn't have sympathy for Prescott, and him battling depression showed weakness. I mean, Skip Bayless is damn near going to lose his job. If he's not out of a job by, or at least apologizes for what he says, he has no idea what mental health is all about. And it's a fair reason why Dak Prescott had the depression. I mean, he lost his brother earlier this year. When you lose somebody in your life, whether it be to death or whether it be to, just growing apart or whatever the case may be, if you lose somebody in your life, if they're not in your life every day, it takes a toll on you. And you might not realize it immediately, but over time, you realize how important some people are to your life. I know that feeling. Casey is trending on Twitter. I have no idea who that is. The Chiefs are trending, obviously, with the Texans and the Chiefs playing. So Texans are trending, and Kansas City versus Houston. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game. Interesting. A bunch of new games coming out. But why Scott Pilgrim versus the World? I'm not a movie guy, so somebody's going to have to explain that one to me. NFL kickoff trending. Skip Jobless is trending as opposed to Skip Bayless. That's creative. TSB Small Screen Sports Fest trending with Free Stuff Friday. What's this about? 50 lucky fans who retweet this tweet with their TSB 20 username will win 10 ribeye boxes. Okay. The show Cuties on Netflix, which follows like preteen girl dancers and like their sex appeal or something like that. It's rather disgusting. I've only heard of it. I have not watched a single second of it, nor will I. I have zero interest in that. The stuff that people think is entertainment now is kind of abhorrent, don't you guys think? I mean, who? First of all, this had to be pitched to somebody. This had to come up in somebody's mind, which makes you wonder what they were thinking in the first place. Then this had to be pitched to somebody. Then those people who it got pitched to had to greenlight it and then go ahead and produce it. This is not like something that somebody came up with like 2 weeks ago. This is something that has probably been in production for at least a year, 2 years maybe. Because producing television, it takes lots and lots of time to get the show out there. And Netflix decided, oh yeah, we'll do this. How do you let something go along this long without thinking, hey, maybe this is not a good idea? Or are we all that corrupt that it's like, oh, well, it's entertainment, it'll sell? It makes you question some of the decisions that these entertainment people make. It's like, hey, but it could be like a controversy creates cash thing. That if nobody's talking about it, then it's not that big a deal. But do you want all that negative press? And then there are going to be some people defending it. Be like, oh yeah, it's cool that you like sexualize a 10-year-old. Like, what are you talking about? Maybe I have this out of context because, again, I don't know a whole lot about this show. I only know like a very, very basic premise. But it's still absurd. Ubisoft is trending. They had Ubi Forward today. Is it Ubi or whatever it is? They got to talk about more of their games coming out. It's nice that the video game industry hasn't declined significantly due to the pandemic. If I could talk, it'd be great. Ryan Day. Ryan Day, who's the coach of Ohio State, wishes that they could be playing tomorrow. And you know, I think they should be allowed the opportunity to play. I mean, if all the other sports can play, you know, what's up with these conferences deciding, oh, we're not going to play? You guys have had months to prepare for this. It's not like March Madness where it just hits and like everybody, like I understand canceling March Madness because it was just in its like beginning stages and nobody knew what it was going to take. You guys have had 6 months to prepare for this, and you tell me you guys still aren't ready? It's kind of insane. Get your heads together, figure it out, and play some ball. Okay? I mean, think about how much money the NCAA is losing out on this season alone. Because college football is a big deal, especially for big name schools like Ohio State. The Big Ten is, even if they wait till like October or if they wait till the spring, it's like, man, it's just not going to be the same. And then you have to have those guys turn around. If they play in the spring, got to turn back around and play in the fall. They're not going to be ready. There's a reason that football only goes from late August to early January as far as college goes. You need that time off for your body to recover. If you don't have that time, you're not going to be ready. Or you're just going to completely exhaust yourself and be a shell of what you were. It's such a weird thing. And I guarantee you everything's going to go back to normal by next year. Everybody's going to forget about it. Everybody's going to forget that the coronavirus was a thing. Unless they actually get it and be like, oh, no, we have to lock down. It's like, no, we figured something else out. Besides, AstraZeneca said that there would be a vaccine for it later this year. I'm telling you, timing after the election. They would wait till after that. Let's see. Fuller is trending. Will Fuller, who's also graduate of Notre Dame. There you go. Or also went to Notre Dame. He is the new number 1 receiver in Houston. So go Fuller. Always liked you when you were with the Irish, man. I always used to pick up Will Fuller in my fantasy leagues also. So that is what's trending then. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Houston and Kansas City game. I'm sure I'll watch it because it's actually on in like half an hour or so. But anyway, you guys asked for it. You guys wanted it back. And as nervous as I get when thinking about being in the kitchen again, I decide, what the heck, give it another go. So Cooking with Greg is back. And I bet you can't wait to see what I had in store for you this time. Check it out. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another segment of Cooking with Greg. I'm glad the last one was such a hit. And, I'm excited to get back into the kitchen because it's something I'm trying to become a little more comfortable with. And today, I feel like I need to teach you guys something else, something very critical, and you can tweak it if you want. I wanted to give you guys something that you could take on your own and maybe customize it a little bit more to what you guys want. So today, I'm going to teach you how to make cereal. Now, the first thing you want to do is obviously get some cereal, but before that, you want to make sure you have everything that you can possibly need. So first, get a bowl. I'd suggest a bowl about this size. It looks like a good size bowl to fill you up for the day. After you get the bowl, you want a spoon because you need something to feed yourself with. This is a good size spoon. Now it is up to you the size of spoon you want, depending on really how hungry you are. If you want the little size spoon just to take it easy, take it a little slow, then you'll want this size spoon because then you'll be able to enjoy it. It'll be a little more slow experience. So you can savor the taste of your cereal. If you want a big spoon though, you just want to shovel that cereal into your mouth as quick as you can, just get all that taste in one fell swoop. Then get a bigger spoon. Now, something that you really want to have on hand for the cereal is the cereal itself. I picked this cereal because it was near and dear to my heart. It is something that helped me grow big and strong, and something that I believe every home in America should have access to. It's Count Chocula. Unfortunately, this is one of those special cereals that you can't always get in stores, unless it's around like Halloween time. So this is one of those, and if you've ever had one of its sister cereals or brother cereals, do cereals have siblings? So what you'll want to do, and there are a couple ways to do this. You can either pour it straight into the bowl, or if you have a handy dandy scale, you can actually measure out how much cereal you want to have. And it's funny because right here on the side of the box, this may actually be helpful. Right here on the side of the box, it tells you how much a serving size is for this cereal. It says this is 1 cup or 36 grams. And this measures it out in grams. So let's do some measuring, shall we? So you want to open the box of cereal, and then you're going to want to pour it out. Now if you're measuring this, you want to pour it out slowly. Turn the scale on, put the bowl on the scale, hit this 0 thing to cancel out the weight of the scale, and then you want to measure out exactly 36 grams. Not 35, not 37, 36. Or I'm coming for you. 33. Get there. Get there. 33. 47. Perfect. 36 grams of cereal. Now, if you really want, you can add milk to this for the experience. Or if you want to enjoy the cereal with its natural crunch, then you don't have to add milk. But this is one of the cereals I like to add milk to. So let's do that, shall we? I only have chocolate milk because I'm 7. So since I don't have any regular milk, this is complete. And I hope you guys enjoy cooking with Greg, because without these tips, I don't know if you'd be able to enjoy breakfast foods the same way that I do. I'll see you guys next time. Maybe I should try that chocolate milk. It took 4.5 hours to plan. Now we get to our final segment, Fun Friday 3, and I'm going to play Yahtzee again. Hopefully it's not as much of a pain in the butt as it was the last time. But I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get right down to it. Let's start playing this game. Here we go. All right, so I got 2 6s, a 5, a 1, and a 3. This is obviously a different setup that I did the last time. I'll keep the 6s. Roll the dice. I got 3rd 6. Give me something. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that for 3 of a kind. That's a pretty good 3 of a kind score. And they got a small straight. All right. Ooh, I got 3 3s right off the bat. You bet I'll take those. There's another one. Let's get a 5th. All right. I'm gonna take the 3s because that's a pretty good score for that. Keeping the 5. Only taking 6 for the 3s. All right, cool. Bam, small straight right away. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try and get that deuce. Nope, didn't get it, but I'll take the small straight. And they got their large straight. That's for me, that's one of the hardest ones to get. I know Yahtzee's hard to get, but I feel like you have less opportunity for it. Man, that's a chance. If it was 5, 4, 3, 2, I'd do it, but I'll take the deuces, see what I get from there. Nothing. Ooh, I got myself a full house. Cool. What do you got? 2 4s. And you took 12 for the 4s. All right. Good for you. Whole lot of nothing. Might as well take the 1 because that's looking ugly. And 2 pair. I gotta go with the 1s. It's not pretty, but I gotta do it. 3 6s. And you got 18. All right. 4s. I don't have 4s yet. Come on. There we go. 3 4s. Good. Good stuff. Keeping the 6s, keeping the 5s, and you got your full house. Nice. All right. I do not have 6s yet. Still don't have 6s. Ooh. That's an ugly one. I'm going to have to take the chance there. 23 points. It's not a bad score. Took the 5s. It's very strange gameplay by you. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have 5s, so I'm going to go 5s. There you go. Give me a 5. Okay. But I'm taking that 20. You best believe I'm taking that 20. 5s, 5s. You took your chance. Okay. Ew. Nothing going on here. I'm going to have to take the chance for the large straight because that's ugly. I'm going to have to try for the 4 of a kind. 4 of a kind. Damn it. All right. Got to take it for the Yahtzee. It's not going to happen. 2s. Yep. Okay. 5s. I'm going to try for the 4 of a kind again. Give me, dang it. Oof. This round's treating me rough. I have to get rid of the large straight. Hate to do it, but gotta. You took 0 for 4 of a kind. All right, that makes me feel a little better. I'm going to have to go with the 2s. I got to try and get something there. All right, 2s it is. I'm really going to have to look for the 6s, though. You got 3 of a kind, too. I need the 6. Got another 6. Dang it. I gotta take the 4 of a kind. I gotta try and get my 6s up better. Took a 1. Interesting. All right. Get a better 6. Better 6. Yes. Yes. Boom. That was a brilliant decision. That was a good decision on my part. Yes. By taking that, the 4 6s instead of the 2 6s. That won me the game. Very nice. I'm better at Yahtzee than I am at slime volleyball, clearly. But that was fun Friday. Once again, first of all, I'd like to thank, before I go off the air, those of you who used the hashtag Cherry for Quizzlemania during Quizzlemania X8. There were a few of you who did, so thank you for doing so. And I'm hoping they hear us. We're going to bust down their door until they do. And they're going to keep replacing that door. It's going to be like the old Three Stooges bit. Knock the door in. Hey, when are you going to get me on? And then it's like, hey, not this week. Be like, fine, I'll come back next time. You guys are going to have me on eventually. Don't you think? Because repeating the same people over and over and over and over and over and over again, you got to get some fresh blood in there. Fresh blood's right here. Cherry for Quizzlemania. 916 days as your Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion. Nearly a year as the Mark World Order King of the Marks champion. Yeah, sure. Quizzlemania isn't trivia. I've watched enough to know that it's not wrestling trivia. I'm aware of that. But damn, man, you got to give me a shot at one point, don't you? I know it's not straight trivia. Straight trivia, I freaking dominate. Defending the Trivia Mania championship from Talkamania next Friday, as well as the Wrestling Trivia Challenge championship. I've got 2 defenses next Friday. You think I don't know my wrestling? Really? Let me have my shot. I want it. Some of you out there want it. Some of you don't believe I have a shot, but guess what? Those people I don't listen to. I am making this happen. 2020 is a year where I make things happen because I want them to. And if you don't like it, then your life is the pits. Deal with it. Oh yeah, busted out the catchphrase. That's what I do. Follow me on all social media at Greg Cherrybrand. Tweet hashtag Cherry for Quizzlemania. There's already several tweets out there, not just from me either, but people who actually want to see this happen. Let's make it happen. Until next time, everybody enjoy your weekend. And welcome back football. And let's go Irish. I will see you guys on Monday.